Good morning, everybody. This is Christy. I am the Intimate Warrior. I thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, I send you love. What I have to say here is stemming from a couple of days worth of information. And so I'm going to begin with the circle and a cross, which is a crosshair to many people. But this is a symbol that is in relationship to, whether it's Christianity, the circle and the cross is often depicted behind the Savior, such as Christ, Mary, and other ascended masters, have had this halo with that cross depicted behind them. This is often a representation of the sun and the four directions, as well as the four elements. It's a representation of earthly living, along with higher states of consciousness. Of course, there are many other interpretations for this, and if you seek further interpretation, you can go Google that. And so, with that being said, I ended up hearing angels singing the Come All Ye Faithful song early this morning. So we will have up to December 25th. We know what's coming up regarding the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction, but on December 25th, there is going to be a grand cross. The grand cross, and also can be called the Cardinal Cross, it takes place when you have several things in alignment that make up, you guessed it, a cross. So this is going to be a time when opportunities can come into your awareness, into your reality. I am not going to use any negative terms because nothing should be seen as negative in our life. If things are still in resonance with negativity, then that individual has healing and growth that still needs to take place. So this is a huge potential for soul alignment, compassion, unconditional love, and service to higher cause. This is when Vesta, Neptune, and the lunar nodes create that cross. It started back on November the 19th and has the first peak day on December 25th. Vesta represents the support for a higher cause that doesn't directly benefit the self. Neptune is associated with higher states of consciousness, therefore unconditional love and compassion as well. Jesus embodied the energies associated with this type of energy. The lunar nodes represent life purpose. Plus, they're in the axis of communication. North node in Gemini, South node in Sagittarius. This suggests that part of the service to this cause might include spreading the word. So, putting this together, and the song being sung by the angels. There are a lot of other things that I have been receiving, but I'm keeping it as simple as I possibly can with this. Again, that cross, when we cross over, it is still a process of that crucifixion, that cross that resides at the back in the base of our neck, at the base of our skull and where our neck meets. This is where the, I've already spoken about this several times, the colostrum, the CSF, spinal fluid goes and it becomes amplified. It is crucified. It creates the cross, or the cross is the symbolism behind the intensified energies at this center point. Again, this is a huge process that we are tapping back into, back and forth, you know, from different centers, higher states of consciousness. Our brain is expanding, our heart is opening even further. Now, this is because a lot of us have already tapped into this center. Yet each time we tap into it, it begins to grow more. It begins to amplify more, ignite, inflame a little bit more, to the point that it again creates that unity within the brain, the penile pituitary. That fluid comes back down through the vagus nerve, brings life throughout your entire system, and the light body is formed. This is a long, lengthy process. How long it takes? They say 12 consecutive months. Yet, this process can linger even further than that, depending on the individual. Because the seed, again, when we are wasting it, which means we are being negative-minded, negative within emotions, negative in word and action, we are creating what Christianity calls sin. And we make this seed, as a result, not bloom within us. So I wanted to keep it at this today and see about this significance. And you guys know the Christmas song, "Oh, Come On, Ye Faithful." And then Bethlehem. Bethlehem is, of course, the sacred place. And we all have one within our physical form as well. It is within our solar plexus, and that's where the seed is germinated. So for me, this kind of tells me that the collective has this opportunity here. Excuse me, other than the moon in sign opportunity to cross over. So lately I have still been feeling this sense of my anger is still lingering, stemming back from Thursday, I believe it was. It's off and on, except last night I got a break. I felt this complete change within me. A more peace and more happiness came over me, and this was towards going to bed. A lot of that bliss was moving through me, that bliss energy. And I felt this sense of change. I'm unaware of the exact change. Of course, we know we're moving forward within this 5D and love, unity, consciousness. So that, of course, is more of it. So I know there's this shift already. And I'm actually sensing this complete shift in a lot of those, excuse me, other individuals. So it's very heartwarming for me. I have also been witnessing webbing throughout the atmosphere here. Whereas, you know, I always see energy movement. I always see movement, no matter what it is. Whether it's, you know, shadows of light, but there's always like a static energy moving throughout the environment. Now it's more of those bright white sparkles that are shooting like lightning bolts. I'm also seeing shooting star-like lights, and I think that's the only type of the pain or the discomfort that I felt from 12/12 for a couple of days has moved away. It began more so in the shoulder blade area, very stiff, just very tight through there. A little bit in the sacral area. Not too bad, just a little bit of noticeable tightness there, and a little bit more so in my feet again. The wings, for many of us, are being handed too. Now, throughout our journey, we will be given a set of heavier wings. Mine originally began as pink. They were larger, and the purpose of having larger wings is to help you carry yourself, because then you're a little more in doubt, feeling weak. And so your wings are supposed to be, of course, part of your higher self, and you need them to help give you that balance and make you feel a little more superior or more strong, have more courage, strength in your life to move forward. As you get to a certain level, you're going to receive healing in your wing area, quite possibly the removal of the wing. And then when you are ready, your new set of wings will be given. My new set was given a couple of days ago, and they are much smaller, and they are white. Now, so I hope this kind of helps leading you up until the 25th. We all know what is going to take place with the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction. But moving forward, again, this is still a highly significant time. It's very, very, it's full of blessings. There is nothing here to fear unless you still have fear within you. That's the only reason why you're sensing fear. And the removal of that fear is so necessary in order to embody love. So anytime you are feeling that type of emotion, any of those fear-based emotions, those emotions that stem from fear are anything, anger, all of those lower vibrational emotions are a part of a fear-based thinking, and it has to be let go of. And I also want to let you think about something and keep this in mind, that when you have an emotion that is lingering, like my anger has been lingering since last week, Thursday, almost a whole week, it wants you to feel it. You have to feel it. And a couple of days ago, I began to question, why am I holding on to this? Why can't I let this go this time? Where is it coming from? The memory of a previous life came into my awareness, where this same type of anger stemmed from. I began, in that previous life, I felt unworthy. Life was stolen from me. I felt abandoned. Then I became triggered as a result. Why was I being taken? Why was this stuff being taken from me and given to another individual? You know, that type of thinking back then. And so I ended up making the wrong choices, which had a domino and a huge ripple effect with that went towards humanity. Remember, every time we make a bad choice, it doesn't just affect us. It affects those who are around us. When you make a bad choice, you coerce other people into making a bad choice as well. You encourage more fear. You encourage more sin against self. And I'm using the word sin because it's what's been used throughout society. Now, when I'm talking about sin, it's anything that goes against your spirit, that makes you feel bad. We all know what we do. And we all still do it. It takes the higher self. It takes that spirit connection, spirit, soul, body connection to truly make the right decision. So one of my previous existence, I didn't make the right choice. Therefore, humanity suffered as a result of this choice. And now here I am attempting to correct this. And I'm feeling, though, this anger that stems from back then. And I'm trying to heal this. And so I had to also be very honest with myself in this attempt. Knowing that, why do I not want to feel this emotion? And of course I say because I'm better than this. Because I want to be better than this. But keep in mind, is it your heart or your mind telling you not to feel something? Your ego wants you to not think about it, not feel something, because it actually wants you to hold on to something. It's your heart who says, for myself, Christy, it's here for a reason, and it needs you to feel this. It needs you to allow it to move within its own course. And in time, when you have more understanding about what's taking place, it will move on. So a couple of days ago, that realization came into my mind. It's still taking me time. I feel a whole lot better. Last night, again, I felt a whole lot better. And today, I feel a whole lot better as well. A little bit is still here. A hair is still here. And I know I still have more healing to do. And I have to trust that by seeing this emotion every time I have it, and I'm aware that it's there, that it's present. That's your mindfulness and your awareness. You're catching it. That means you are a reflection of love. When you catch your wrongdoings, things that you don't like that you're doing, you are actually stemming from love. Now, if you continuously go back and make wrong choices based on those negative emotions, you are stemming from the lower you, the sinful self, the lower self, the one who is disconnected still, the one who is still fear-based and feels like a victim. So learn to know exactly what's taking place within yourself. Because if you are mindful and aware of what you are feeling, yet you are still feeling a negative emotion, you're not being a bad person, okay? You are allowing the process to move on. So understand that. Give yourself compassion to feel. It's so important to feel in order to heal. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.